Hello everyone, this is gli-chan. On this channel, we look at the origins of kanji and learn them together in a fun way. Right now in Japan, from June to early July, we are in the middle of the rainy season. This is also the season when Japanese plums, called wume, become ripe. So we combine the two and call this season suyu,
梅雨
written with the kanji for plum and rain. When I was little, my family used to make pickled plums, called wumeboshi, at home. But here is the thing, if the plums get wet in the rain, they spoil. So whenever the rain started falling, my whole family would shout "oh no" and rush outside to carry the plums into the house. Do you have any family memories of rainy days in your country? Today's kanji. Today's kanji is deeply connected to that little memory of mine. It is ame,
雨
the kanji for rain. Did you know that Japanese has more than 400 words to describe rain? This character is also a perfect picture capturing a scene of nature from 3,000 years ago. And later, I will share a mysterious connection with the word for sky and a secret about a kanji that looks just like a character everyone knows. Let's take a look together. Oracle bone script. First, let's look at the oracle bone script. Can you see the horizontal line at the very top? That represents the sky or the clouds. The frame below it is like a curtain of falling rain, and the small dots underneath are the raindrops, falling one by one. It is a pictograph that simply draws rain falling from the sky. Ame is one of the kanji whose shape has been preserved surprisingly well for 3,000 years. Even someone who knows no Japanese at all can look at it and see the rain falling. It is almost like a cute little drawing from the ancient world. Pronunciation. Now let's look at the pronunciation. Before kanji came to Japan, the native Japanese reading was
雨
And here is a little tip. When ame connects with other words, it often changes too.
雨
For example,
雨雲
meaning rain clouds and
雨宿り
meaning taking shelter from the rain. The reading that came from China together with the kanji is wu. Here is an example.
雨天の予報ではなかったのに雨が降り出してしまい駅で雨宿りをする羽目になった
The forecast didn't call for rain, but it suddenly started to rain. So I ended up taking shelter at the station. That last part, taking shelter from the rain, is amayadori in Japanese. One single word for that whole situation. Isn't that convenient? Now, here is a fascinating story from the history of the Japanese language. Long ago in Japan, the word for the sky above, ten, meaning heaven, and the word for the rain falling from it were both pronounced exactly the same way.
雨
And when they connect with other words, both of them change too.
雨
In the same way, the Milky Ways,
天の川
the river of heaven, and rain clouds are.
雨雲
This is no coincidence. Researchers of word origins believe that ame for rain was originally the same word as ame for heaven, or a shortened form of amamizu, the water of heaven. A famous scholar in the Edo period, Arai Hakuseki, even wrote that rain is heaven itself, falling down to us. For the ancient Japanese people, rain was not just gloomy weather. It was heaven coming down as a blessing, giving life to the sprouts in the soil. When you think of it that way, doesn't a rainy day feel a little more special? Words for rain. Japanese has different names for rain in every season. The long rain of this season is
梅雨
the plum rain we talked about. The soft, quiet rain of spring is
春雨
a sudden summer shower that stops quickly is.
夕立
And the on and off rain from late autumn to early winter is called.
しぐれ
And here is my favorite one. What do you call it when the sun is shining, but rain is falling? In Japan, we call it
狐の嫁入り
the fox's wedding. According to an old legend, this mysterious weather happens because foxes are holding a wedding procession, and they make the rain fall so that humans cannot see them. In our video about the kanji for dog, we talked about the animal radical kimono hen. In Japan, foxes have long been seen as animals with mysterious powers, sometimes even as messengers of the gods. You can still find small fox shrines, called oinari-sen, on street corners all over Japan, as well as the famous Fushimi Inari Shrine in Kyoto. This story is so deep that I am planning to tell it properly in a future video about the kanji for fox. Please look forward to it. Idiom. Now, let's look at some famous sayings about rain. The first one is,
雨降って地固まる。
after the rain, the ground gets muddy at first, but once it dries, it becomes harder and stronger than before. In the same way, after a conflict or a hard time, relationships can become even stronger than they were. In Japan, this positive saying is often quoted in wedding speeches. The second one is,
恵みの雨。
the blessing rain. It is the long-awaited rain that finally falls after a dry spell. We also use it for something helpful that arrives just when you are in trouble. As we saw earlier, in Japanese, rain often carries the image of a gift from heaven. In English, on the other hand, you say save for a rainy day, where rain is an image of hard times. The same rain, but a slightly different image in each culture. I find that really interesting. And in English, when it rains very hard, you say it's raining cats and dogs, right? Cats and dogs falling from the sky as a Japanese person. I find this expression really fun. By the way, in Japanese, we describe the strength of rain using the word for feet. We say,
雨足。
the feet of the rain. If you want to know why, please check out our video about the kanji for a sea. Rain crown. The kanji for rain also appears on top of many kanji related to weather and things that fall from the sky. This top part is called
雨冠。
the rain crown. First,
雪。
snow. It shows rain turning into soft, white, beautiful crystals that pile up on the ground. Next,
雲。
cloud. It combines rain with the shape of steam rising and swirling up into the sky. And finally,
電。
the kanji used in
電気。
for electricity,
電車。
for train, and
電話。
for telephone. This kanji was born from the shape of lightning flashing through heavy rain. For ancient people, electricity meant one thing: the powerful light of lightning in a storm. Now look closely at this kanji. Doesn't it remind you of a certain cute yellow character with red cheeks? The one everyone in the world knows? To me, the bottom part looks just like its lightning-shaped tail. If you picture that little tail, I promise you will never forget this kanji. Stroke order. Now let's check the stroke order of ame. It has 8 strokes in total. First, draw the line of the sky at the very top. Then, build the outer frame. Finally, add the 4 raindrops inside, top, and bottom on the left. Then top and bottom on the right. Write the dots gently, like soft falling raindrops. Please play the video slowly and practice along. Today we learned the kanji ame. It is not just a word for wet weather. It is a beautiful picture preserved from 3,000 years ago, and a symbol of life-giving blessings that shares its sound with the word for heaven. And once you know the rain crown, kanji like snow, cloud, and electricity become much easier to read. Are there any words or legends about rain in your country? If you have a fun expression like raining cats and dogs, please share it in the comments. If you'd like to keep learning Japanese, check the description below. I've put together some recommended study materials. Hope they help you on your journey. I'll see you again in the next lesson. Goodbye.